It's very good to look at a particular condition and reverse engineer the steps or the pathway that connects to that expression. Obviously, everything connects to the blood, and then from the blood, everything connects into the interstitial fluid. On average, we have 5 to 6 litres of blood, and on average, we have 10 to 11, 12 litres of interstitial fluid. And the interstitial fluid can long become polluted before the blood does. And there's this relationship between the blood and the interstitial fluid of osmotic pressure and simple diffusion of nutrients passing through the blood into the interstitial fluid, then into the lymphatic system, which is the body's waste system. But it's the interstitial fluid, which is where nutrients, hormones, and so on reach into our skin and bones. And you can look at the interstitial fluid as the body's ocean. It's a little bit salty and mineral rich. And the fluid in the interstitial fluid is almost identical to the blood plasma. When we get a serious condition, the body has been whispering and hinting to us for a long time with certain inflammation markers or certain signs that there's been a problem that we've been ignoring, and then it eventually manifests in this serious condition you may have. So really, a whole body reset approach is not just the best way to prevent serious illnesses, but to also mitigate those small expressions of problems, allergy reactions, small skin reactions that may eventually one day lead to a more serious condition. And in my personal experience, there just is no better way to do this than via a gradual or full alkaline cleanse. There just isn't. And we get diseases or conditions usually through overload of toxicity or nutritional deficiency, or both. It's usually both. As the body starts becoming more toxic, and if we're not getting in enough minerals to keep up with the body's daily demands, then it slowly starts prioritizing some of the more important bodily functions. And then small inflammatory markers start showing as a result of your body needing to pull nutrients from its own tissues in order to compensate for its crucial functions in the brain and the blood and organs and so on. And so that little early sign you may have of a condition is actually something you might have to be grateful for, because the body is compensating in some way. If you compare the nutrients from a green smoothie in comparison to a supplement, it's far cheaper, far more effective, and far more complete, hence whole foods. Even if you just did one smoothie, one raw soup, uncooked, blended raw soup, then lightly heated, you're going to notice a massive difference in your health. Because from the soups, you get the cruciferous vegetables. From the smoothies, you get the fruits and veg as well, right? So you get different concentrations of nutrients and minerals that your body probably hasn't experienced in a long time. That in my experience is way better than supplements you buy in the store, and possibly a lot cheaper. I have an alkaline PDF booklet that's super affordable, and it has everything you need if you want to execute a short or long cleanse. Now, another thing is, if you want to heal from a serious condition, it is a whole body approach. You got to get the blood right. You got to get the interstitial fluid clean. You got to reduce toxicity and increase mineral intake in order to get the building blocks that the body needs and reduce the load on the filter organs such as the kidneys and liver, so that the body can regenerate. This is a regenerative detox. It is not a detox. It is not fasting. It is not just regeneration by eating healthy. It is a regenerative detox. Alkalizing, in my view, is incomparable. Now, I do have additional tools that help support the detoxification process, such as zeolite and so on, and colloidal silver and MCT oil. But these are not hugely necessary if you can't afford them, but you can potentially afford making certain vegetables and soups and so on. So if you want this information fast, quick and easy, purchase my PDF booklet. The PDF booklet I sell does have the proper food pH chart. There's a lot of conflicting pH food charts out there that say certain foods are acid and alkaline. Some say bananas are alkaline. Some say spinach is acidic. So the pH food chart I have is the correct metabolic breakdown of how acid forming or alkaline forming these foods are. There's also smoothies, soups, and juice recipes that are extremely simple to make. They're highly alkaline, nutrient dense. They're going to be very easy for the body to assimilate. They're going to allow the gut to heal, allow the gut flora and the enzymes to finally replenish themselves. And then slowly the blood, the interstitial fluid, and the organs and everything else starts coming back online for you. And once you reset the body and get it back to its full strength, you'll feel like a brand new person. It's worth putting in that initial effort at the start. Specific supports for certain diseases are good, but nothing compares to an overall body reset. You can do it gradually at a slow pace, or if you have a serious condition, you can go 100% all in. My PDF booklet is in my link tree if you want to buy it, and a link to the H2 Grail hydrogen water is also in there, which I cannot recommend enough. Hydrogen water, it's just incredible. This video has gone on too long. Thank you for watching.